Welcome to Keesto, the intentional productivity app. At its core, Keesto has four key components: a calendar, commitments, i.e. to-do lists, track, which stands for tasks, references, and context logs, basically a built-in project manager, and finally, time tracking and reporting. Now, let's get you oriented by quickly reviewing each of these core components. The calendar supports three types of objects. In addition to events, there are also timers for time tracking and time bins for time budgeting. To create any one of them, right-click on the calendar and select it. To edit an existing item, just click on it. You can zoom in and out of the calendar by holding down the Control key and scrolling with your mouse. Commitments is our take on the classic to-do list. However, they have a few upgrades. The first thing to note is all commitment lists are tied to a specific period. This can be a day, a week, month, quarter, or even year. Keesto will automatically create new day and week lists, but you can manage them manually if you prefer. The second feature commitment lists have is a time summary for the period. Total is just the total hours in the period, so for example, a day is 24 hours. Committed is the hours taken up by events and scheduled tasks. Available hours is the most important number here. These are the hours you have to actually get things done. Spent hours is included just so everything adds up. Technically, it's the past time in the period excluding events. You probably noticed that there are multiple sections for each list. If we turn the calendar back on, we can see that the section names correspond to the time bins on the calendar. Time bins are combined across a period based on their name. So for the week list, we have the section work, that's 36 hours because we have 4 9-hour work time bins in this week. To add a task to your commitment list, just drag it from track. Notice that when you commit to a task, two things happen. First, the task is scheduled on your calendar in the corresponding time bin. Second, your available hours are updated. This makes it very easy to see if you're overcommitting or not. If you do overcommit, Keesto will let you know with an alert. Track stands for tasks, references, and context. Basically, it's a project manager. For now, let's simplify the view by hiding a few things. The core track is the inbox, task, and reference lists. The task list is the main place you will organize tasks in a single hierarchical list. We use the term task loosely as a task, and Keesto subsumes the ideas of tasks, subtasks, projects, and workspaces you may have seen in other apps. This design has a lot of advantages, but it does require some thought in how you design your task hierarchy. We suggest starting with two top-level categories, work and personal, which Keesto creates for you initially. However, you can obviously customize this to whatever works best for you. There are two ways to create subtasks. To add just one, right-click and select Add Subtask. If you want to create many subtasks at once, use the Subtask section in the task editor. Track supports context logs, which are just minimal notes that you can add to a task, inbox, or reference list item. Context logs support basic text, URLs, and other references as well as images. Selecting an item in any one of these lists will show all context logs for that item as well as all its sub-items. The inbox technically works the same as tasks, but its purpose is different. Tasks is where you manage projects. The inbox is where you deal with interruptions. As such, there's an additional quick add feature that lets you quickly add interruptions to the inbox as they arrive. The reference list is similar to tasks except they are not actionable. Basically, think of them as a way to organize non-actionable context logs. The UI chart is an easy way to see all your actionable items at once based on their urgency and impact. Each dot corresponds to a visible item in either your inbox or task list. This slider lets you filter your inbox and task list based on due date, so you can easily just see items based on their upcoming due date. The reporting section is for you data nerds that like to get into the weeds. If you track your time in Keesto, this is where you can really analyze your time tracking data. The key to unlocking the power of Keesto reporting is to understand how time data is organized around tasks and tags. There are some details to be aware of, and if you're into time tracking, we'd recommend seeing the video on time tracking and reporting. At a high level though, Keesto has a powerful reporting engine that can help you quickly answer what did you do and why did you do it. And that's it for this intro to Keesto. Happy intentional productivity.